as a business consultant, international speaker, former corporate leader, and serial entrepreneur with 3 successful startups on 2 continents, Tommi speaks from a broad base of experience.
It's not really about the money, but by the same token, if you can't adequately support and keep yourself and honor yourself and value yourself and get what you need for your children and your dreams, then clearly the business is not serving you either.
With a passion for making a difference, Tommi is described by her clients as the missing link for entrepreneurs. She delivers fresh, real-world solutions, empowering entrepreneurs to leapfrog over years of trial and error, attract more clients, make quicker profits while enjoying life and having fun.
I don't mind competition. I like embracing it, but I would like for none of you to have to worry about setting your pricing in a place where you're always comparing yourself to the competition. So I'd like to give you some ways of getting out of the competition. There's almost always a way. I've yet to work with a person where I can't find any way of differentiating them. And guys, if you don't know what's special about you and why people should work with you rather than the competition, I'm telling you, they don't either. I don't care what the person down the road's charging. I mean, it's the most irrelevant thing in the world. If you can get amazing value for people and amazing results for people, you can name your price. Most of the entrepreneurs I work with really get stuck on they've got to go cheap, and it breaks my heart, but I go to events where I see people trying to sell something, or I have an entrepreneur come to me and say, I tried to sell it at $100 and nobody would buy it. So I took it down to $75, and then I took it down to $50, and now I'm giving it away and they still don't want it. Has this ever happened to anybody? And funnily enough, try putting it up to 500 and 1,000, it'll go like hotcakes. But guys, you know, you do not have a sale until you have the money. So start patting yourself on the back and doing your little happy dance when you actually get the money in the bank and the credit card. And I think this is where a lot of these conversations just start off on a bad note and keep going downhill. And the reason why, it's that F word again. What word am I talking about? Actually, let me not say that in case I don't get what I'm expecting. It's fear. It's the thing that every single one of us, because we're human beings, we all feel fear when we feel like we're going to be judged. It's natural. I promise you, it's not just you. I've never had a client who doesn't go through this. So I hope that after today, that is never a place where you start from with these conversations. Many of the entrepreneurs I work with are already doing a lot of expansion techniques and just doing treadmill like a little hamster on a wheel again and again. So they're out there and they're doing social media and they're doing internet marketing and they're putting themselves out there in a big way, but they have no idea who they're serving, or they don't know how to land a client yet, or they don't actually know how to talk about their business in a way that anybody gives a hoot. But they're doing all this energy. And honestly, this is one of the most common mistakes I see, is that people are in expansion mode when they don't have the basic framework of their business together yet. You're not there to pursue or sell or chase. Does that make sense? I'm sure everybody in this room has been sold to at some point in time. So take your mind back to a time where you can imagine somebody selling you something. Was there anything nice about the experience? So it immediately just puts up a barrier between you and your prospect. So don't be chasing, don't be going after them. It's always a welcoming in. And this helping, serving energy that you put your mindset in before they even get there. How can I make a difference? How can I help? How can I be there for them? I find very helpful to take me out of the pursuing energy. It's not about you, guys. And if you can get you and your ego and just get you out of it. It's not about you, it's about them. What can you do for them? What results can they actually get at the end of the day? And they are investing in themselves by working with you. I just feel like you can cut through so much by working with an expert who really knows what they're doing. And I totally credit my business for having succeeded the way it has, because I am not slow to go and get somebody who really knows what they're doing to help me if there's something I don't know or something that I want to learn or a skill I want to add. So, and do I pay for it? Yes. Do I get results from it? Heck yes. And I think she did a really good job of outlining something that has a technical term I'd like to call you. It's called website shame. How many people here have it? Okay, it's not just you. You know, the problem with many of us is we're growing quickly and we're changing and we're getting better and we're improving, and those are good things. So website shame is something most of us just have to live with because we're generally always outpacing our website. And another quick little tip, keep your website simple so that your website shame is minimized because you have to go and maintain all of these pages that you put up there again and again. And, you know, I hope for every one of you that your businesses are growing rapidly. And, gosh, it's hard to keep those websites up to date. You really want to limit the number of bad experiences you can ever have. So I just don't think it's worth taking on people where you don't authentically feel that you can make a big, big difference for them. I think in the long run it will cost you way more than it will ever help you. And then the other question that I don't have on the board here, but I think it's also an important one, is there somebody you want as a client? And again, you get fussier and fussier the more your business is full with clients. So you tend to start in a place of not being real fussy, but you do start getting really fussy. And it's amazing to actually work with clients that you really deeply love and enjoy working with. The words need to come out of your mouth. I think we're a great fit. I'd love to be working with you. I can really help fix this gap that we've just set up. So you do need to take the time to say those words so that they know that you have confidence. And your confidence is very important to your clients, by the way. They need to know that they're in good hands, and hands that feel confident that they can help. So have the confidence, and have the confidence to actually tell them. So let's talk a little bit about sweetening the deal, because this is just something that people don't do, and you are giving away probably 50% of your income if you're not doing this, because most people will walk away and just totally not have time to make the decision. I just totally believe in making it impossible for them not to make their mind up. So you've heard the old thing about make them an offer they can't refuse. So make them an offer they can't refuse. Make them an offer that just makes so much sense that if they are the right person and if they are seriously considering jumping and making the decision to work with you, make it sweet enough that they'll make the decision. If you feel like somebody's going to make a no decision, what should you be doing on the call or the meeting? You definitely want to understand what's happening for them. So, you know, like what is stopping you from making a decision? And they will almost always tell you. And if they say it's price, you can say, is there anything else? Is price the only issue? And if they say no, it's only price, and then you just say, well, let's fix it. What can we do? And I'll tell you that fire is really important, that knowledge. When I look back over my own career, every business I started, I had that fire. You know, the first one was for the love of a baby and trying to replace my husband's income, which was now gone. So it was a motherly love that actually fueled me the first time, and it's a very powerful love. And I was going to do what it took to give my daughter a good life and not have her, you know, raised by a penniless single mom. And when I came to America, as a 36-year-old widow with a small child, not knowing a soul. And remember, I'd built a very successful business at that point. I left it behind, and I don't know if you know this, but you can't take your money out of South Africa with you. You leave it behind. So I arrived on America's doorstep, penniless with a toddler, knowing nobody. And I never knew at the time if it was brave or stupid. I remember joking with people, saying it was one of the two. And this is the first time I'm going to claim it, but I think it was actually pretty brave of me. But it was a hard thing. And I knew I couldn't keep my daughter safe in South Africa. That's why I made the move. And since I'm getting emotional anyway, I'll tell the story. But one of my proudest moments here was when I became an American citizen. And on Pena Boulevard, there's this awful little office where they swear you in. And there's this point in the ceremony where they play America the Beautiful or something, and they've done all the swearing in, and there's this guy in his immaculate army uniform stands up and says, "You're officially American, and if you're ever lost anywhere in the world, well, send the Marines." And let me tell you, being a white South African, which in the whole demise of apartheid was not the nicest thing to be. You always walked around feeling ashamed. Suddenly feeling like I had a country that would send the Marines in to get me no matter what happened. It's just, for me, it's just been a really special, special moment.
Tommi Wolfe is the startup expert, helping entrepreneurs break six figures fast. Tommi believes life is short and precious, and entrepreneurs need to be sharing their gifts with the world now. She is dedicated to empowering entrepreneurs to make this world a better place while having fun and earning every penny they are worth. New entrepreneurs, seasoned business owners, even those just dreaming of starting a business someday, all come away with valuable life-changing perspectives from Tommi Wolfe, the startup expert.
A life-changing experience. Tommi is dynamic, and she teaches us to be dynamic.
I've been in Tommi's year-long mastermind program, and what I've learned, probably the most important thing, is really how to attract clients. That's the primary reason that I wanted to work with Tommi, was because she really has figured out how to break that down into a step-by-step process and to do it in a strategic way.
You could not possibly work with a better coach.
Basically, when I started with Tommi's Mastermind, I didn't have a business. I had a vision, I had a thought, and I had an idea. So I guess you could say that I came into Tommi with an idea, and I left with a business.
Our return on investment from our first proposal, working with Tommi, gave us a 300% return on investment. That is success.
The key thing that I've taken away with Tommi that's changed my business is networking and the importance of connecting with people, and really being connected to some of the people she's connected with has really helped me move my business forward.
She's warm, she's caring, she's from the heart, she's genuine, and she's real. And for me, was instant connection there.
You really come away with having a focus on your purpose to make things happen. You just feel energized.
I looked at a whole bunch of coaches, and what I think Tommi brings is she definitely gets the startup mode and gets what you need to do to get out there in a big way.
And I found it very exhilarating and a lot of meat to the material.
My big takeaway from today is that I'll be back tomorrow.